welding processes are remaining. Means one is the brazing and another is the soldering, and some oiling defects. Means, some defects during oiling process, some defects are found. So, so today I will take another two oiling process like soldering and brazing, and oiling defects. Means defects in oiling. During oiling process, some defects are formed. So we'll discuss different type of defects. Means both external and internal defects are formed during oiling process. Okay. So I think all of you know about the soldering and brazing. Have you seen this soldering process? So means mainly during in
जी
micro
सर.
microchips or welding in microchips or like this type of oiling process used for oiling a small parts, like in micro chip board or motherboard. Okay, and this another is brazing. Okay, so I'll explain in detail. So this is two different oiling process and defects in oiling. Means during oiling means it may be arc, gas, or spot or whatever. Okay, means during an welding process, so what defects are formed. Okay. So this is soldering is a process in which two or more metal items are joined together by melting and flowing a filler metal into the joint. So, and in this case, how this filler material feel just in this case the filler material use जो filler material use होगी melting point melting temperature of the filler material is very low, means about 400 about 400 degrees centigrade. Okay, and this filler material made with the help of a torch. Means is a torch. So this torch actually connected with electric supply, and due to this electric resistance, this tip of the torch will get heated, and at that temperature, this filler material will melt, and this melted filler material you have to pour into the small, means into the cavity. Means जो दो पार्ट को join करनी है, so in between two parts you have to fill this filler melted filler material. Okay, so like see this so this is actually the supply filler material in form of wire. Okay, and this is the torch. So this torch actually connected to electric supply, and the tip of this torch will get heated due to the electrical resistance, and at that heat, this filler material, means filler oil, will get melted here, and this filler material, melted filler material, two parts. This is one part, and this is to another part. These two parts will get joined together. Okay, so this is just simple process. This filler material has a relatively low melting point. Bond is so melting section, resulting joints are and not as strong as the base metal, but they have adequate strength. Means, in this case, the oiling strength, so strength of the oiling zone is not much as the strength of the base metal. Okay, so in this case actually the strength of the base metal is more, but and the strength of this oiling zone is less. Okay, but in other oiling process like arc welding or spot welding or gas welding, and at that welding process, the uh, strength, means the strength at the welding zone is more compared to the base metal. ठीक है, मीन्स सोल्डरिंग एंड ब्रेजिंग छोड़ के बाकी जो वेल्डिंग प्रोसेस है, ऑल दिस वेल्डिंग प्रोसेस है, वेल्डिंग मीन्स स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी एट वेल्डिंग जोन, हैच जोन में जो स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी that strength is more compared to the base metal. मीन्स जो दो मटेरियल को मैं ऑयल करूंगा वो दो मटेरियल में जो स्ट्रेंथ है उस मटेरियल से ज़्यादा स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी एट द हेड जोन. ओके, हेड जोन मीन्स हीट इफेक्टेड जोन और ऑयलिंग जोन में जो स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी. ओके, so it is often confused with the oiling, but the difference between them is the soldering. The workpiece is not melted, means यार workpiece melt नहीं होगी. Like आर्क वेल्डिंग में वर्कपीस मेल्ट हो सकती है, बट इसमें अब वर्कपीस मेल्ट नहीं होगी. जो फिलर मटेरियल है वो फिलर मटेरियल मेल्ट होगी. ओके, दे आर जॉइंट यूजिंग ए फिलर मटेरियल, बट इन वेल्डिंग वर्कपीस इज जॉइंट बाय मेल्टिंग. से अदर वेल्डिंग प्रोसेस में जो वर्कपीस जॉइन होगी बाय मेल्टिंग द वर्कपीस. ओके, so this method is used for joining metals, particularly when they are in the form of sheets or wire. Means, mainly in microchip, means, जो motherboard है इसमें कुछ join करनी है, so this welding process is suitable by using another metal or alloy which has a fairly low melting point compared to the base metal to be joined. Okay. The metal or alloy used for this purpose is known as solder. There are two types of solders, so soft solder and hard solder. So this is the soldering process sequence. Means first heat both the atoms by applying the soldering iron to the copper plate and the component lead. So first जो torch है, this torch you have to heat it and continue heating and apply a new millimeter so just so this is for means good solder welding joint. Means for good soldering this type of joint should be there. Means like it should be very smooth, shiny, clean and concave type of fillet in there. Okay, for good type of soldering. Okay, and for bed soldering, this means this maybe cold solder joint and sometimes जो soldering करो fan करो, these two parts are not welded. Okay, so these are belt soldering connections. Okay, these are different soldering tools. Means like first one is pipe. So this one for holding the workpiece. Then safety glasses are required. Sometimes these safety glasses are required, but most of the time these safety glasses are not required in soldering process. Soldering socket. Okay, this one. This one is a solder tool. This one is diagonal cutter. Means, just a cutter here. And this tenth is soldering iron. So this is the main. This one soldering iron. So with this tip of this iron, you can melt the wire. So this is the soldering wire. Okay, soldering weaker wire. So this is soldering iron. Means this soldering iron means there care should be taken. Means the tip of this iron. Means this tip of the iron should be tinned. Means uh, if we apply this untinned tip, then uh, the oiling quality will be less compared to this tin tin type of soldering tip. So always this type of tint means after soldering you have to tint the tip of the iron. Okay, A solder angle must be coated with a thin coat of solder. This will allow for the transfer of the heat to the workpiece. This procedure is called the tinning. So this tinning is tin type soldering iron is more effective than the untinned soldering iron. Okay. So the application of this soldering, so just see the application means welding means mainly at the means motherboard, chips board. So for welding uh, small parts in a motherboard. So this is very highly application at that particular field. Okay, soldering is used in electronics and in jewelry metal work. Some uh, refrigeration components are often assembled and repaired by the higher temperature silver soldering process. Okay, so mainly at electronics part means for welding the electronics parts, the soldering process is very highly applicable. Okay, and widely used in for welding different electronics parts. Okay, that is. I think all of you have seen this type of soldering process. So, it can also be used as a semi-permanent patch for a leak in a container or cooking vessel. Means, suppose if there is a leak in the cooking vessel, so at that leak you can solder with this help of a filler material and this type of torch. Okay, so electronic soldering connects electrical wiring and electronic components to printed circuit board PCB. Okay, so in PCB to connect the different electronic components, this soldering process is very highly applicable. Okay, so advantages, low power is required. Means in this case, very small electric power supply is required. Low process temperature, means in this case the temperature is around 400, means, 400 to 450. Microstructure is not affected by this heat, means and the microstructure of the workpiece material does not affect at that temperature, means at 400 degrees centigrade. Easily automated process means just you have to melt this filler material and join two parts very easily. Okay, this similar material may be joined, means if two different type of materials you want to join, so just you can join these two different type of materials. Okay, suppose this is one type and the another type. These two type of material, this similar material can be joined easily by the soldering process. But the strength of this welding zone you will not get so much strength at this welding zone. Okay, high variety of material may be joined, means from metal to alloy, all the material can be joined uh, mm, because there is no need to transfer the electricity through this workpiece. Okay, in case of resistance welding or arc welding, the workpiece material should transfer the electricity. Okay, means electric current should transfer, but in this is soldering process, there is no need to transfer the means, electric current. Okay, means non-conductive material, non-electric conductive material can also solder or can also join by the soldering process. Okay, thin wall parts can be joined, means very thinning sheet material, very thin sheet material can also be joined by this soldering process. Okay, Now, what are the disadvantages of the soldering process? So, disadvantage means a large section cannot be joined. Means like a if a the size of the parts are more. Means like a this is one parts, and these parts have a high cross sectional area. About this is the cross sectional area. Means more cross sectional area. Okay, so these and another parts have also more cross-sectional area. Then these two parts cannot be joined by the soldering, and if you join, but you cannot get more strength, more welding strength or joining strength between these two parts. Okay, so large sectional area cannot be joined by this soldering process. Fluxes may contain toxic components, so means the filler material is around. So means then this using this filler material, some toxic components may remove from this filler material. Okay. Soldering joint cannot be used in high temperature application. So means after joining by the soldering process, these joint parts cannot be used at a high temperature because you are joining these two parts. Suppose you have joined these two parts by soldering process. So in this zone, means the welding zone, there this welding process is by melting of filler material, and this filler material melt at a temperature around 4 450 degrees centigrade. Okay, so uh, the melting temperature at the zone is not more than 450. Okay, so that's why you cannot use these two parts. Means if you use these two parts at a high temperature, then there may be chances of getting melted at that zone. Okay, means the welding zone is this welding zone can get melted at a high temperature. Okay, so that's why soldering joint cannot be used in high temperature application. Okay, low strength of joint means in this case in the soldering process, the strength of the joint will get is lower compared to the other welding process. Okay, careful removal of the flux residue is required in order to prevent the corrosion. Okay, means so during this soldering process, by melting of the filler material, during the melting of the filler material, flux will produce, and this flux may flux this flux create some residual stress. So this these flux have to be removed to during the soldering process. If not removed, then this makes a residual stress, and this is required in order to prevent the corrosion. Okay. Next is brazing. So in this process, the filler material is melt by a torch like this. And so this is means supplying a gas. And so means he heated this filler material with the help of applied gas. Okay, so it is a process of joining metals with the help of a hard solder, and brass is generally the main constituent. Means जो filler material is होगी, so this filler material is mainly in the brass. Okay, that's why it is called actually brazing. Okay, and the brazing solder is commonly known as a shelter, which is an alloy of copper, zinc, and tin. Okay, means brass जो है, so this is the component is copper, zinc, and tin. Okay, and this brass will melt the help of this like this type of heat source. Okay, and this brass is made at that welding zone. So this is usually aluminum brazing. So here this filler material will melt with the help of just this type of heat source. Okay. Hard solder provides a much stronger joint as compared to the soft soldering. Means, if you use this filler material is a harder type of filler material, then the joint you got will get the joint have a much strength compared to the joint मीन्स जो सॉफ्ट सोल्डरिंग है उसके जो जॉइंट मिलेगी उससे ज़्यादा स्ट्रेंथ मिलेगी. ओके. However, in this case, the metal piece to be joint is heated to or slightly above the melting point of the filler material. Means filler material जो melting point है उससे above temperature में और मिल करके ये joint बनेगी. Okay. So these are the brazing process. Means in brazing operation, you apply heat broadly to the base metal. So, so you have to apply the heat at this base metal, and a filler material is drawn through the joint to create a bond is capillary action. Means by capillary action, first you have to hit these two warpiece. So those warpiece you want to join. So first you have to hit these two workpieces with the external heat supply. So this may be either mixing of two gases or whatever. So means the external heat supply you have to hit these two workpieces, and then you have to supply the filler material over here. Okay, and this filler material will melt at that heated temperature, and uh, and bonding between these two uh, bonding between these two workpieces will means these two workpieces will get joined together. Okay. So in this case, four different brazing processes are there. So like first one is torch brazing. Okay. So just this one is the torch brazing. So with the help of a torch, means torch is applied to the part surface, and a torch is used to focus the flame against the warp at the joint. Means जहाँ join करनी है वहाँ with the help of this torch. This is the torch. With the help of this torch, you focus the heat here. Means where you want to join, and at that zone these two workpiece means this cylinder, and this plate you want to join to these two workpiece. Then at that zone these two workpiece will get heated, and you supply a filler material. So this rod is the filler material, and at that zone this filler material will melt, and these two parts will get joined together. Okay. Another brazing is like a furnace brazing. So furnace brazing used to heat the workpiece to be joined by brazing operation. The component part and the brazing material are located into a furnace. Okay. So here those two parts you want to join. Those two parts are located at the furnace. And so kept have to kept at the furnace, heated to braising temperature, and then cooled and removed. Okay. So this is actually suppose this is the furnace. Means this one is the open furnace. Okay, and suppose this coil is there. Suppose this coil is there, heating coil. So this furnace will emit some heat. Okay, so this zone is suppose heated zone. So and you have to pass this what this means this assembly. And so you want to join this part one or piece one with these two this workpiece. So workpiece one to workpiece two you want to join, and where you join here means. So here you have to supply the flask, means pillar material, flask, and then you pass this assembly uh, with the help of a conveyor, belt conveyor or a roller, or with the help of a roller conveyor through this furnace. And, this one the furnace, open furnace. So through this furnace, you just pass through this assembly this to this furnace. Then whenever this assembly will enter into this zone, heated zone, then this flux will melted and getting melted, and these two parts will join together. Okay, and this actually traveling of this assembly is automated. So after melting the flux and joining, this assembly will come out from this heated zone, and come out at the room temperature, and this heated zone will get cool automatically. Okay, so this is a furnace brazing automatically. The brazing operation can be done. Another is induction brazing. So induction brazing means this is also same principle, means there is a coil like that. So just means or just consider as like a water heater. So in this water heater, like this, there is a coil like that. So if you pass a high electric current there, high electric power supply, if you pass a high electric power supply, then this coil get heated like that. And within this coil, a heat zone will create, and if you pass this means assembly, and so suppose this two workpiece, suppose two workpiece you want to join. So just suppose these two workpiece you want to join. So make a means so you have to assemble to means you have to capture these two workpiece together, and you have to supply a flask material, and you have to pass this through uh, induction coil. Okay, this coil through this coil. Okay, or this induction coil may also travel. So either induction coil or this workpiece can travel, and due to this heat, the flask material will melt, and these two material will get joined together. Okay, means same principle, but here the coil is used as a heating source. Okay, deep brazing. So assembly parts are typically dipped in a heated chemical bath, which serve as both fluxing agent, and heat source to melt the applied filler materials. Means, in this case, the assembly means you want to join these two parts. Those assembly, and suppose this is the assembly. Means you want to join these two parts, this one and so this is the one part one, and this is the part two. You want to join together here. Okay, so this assembly you have to sink or dip in a um, in a heated chemical bath. Okay, so this is the heated chemical bath, means here chemical solutions are there is a chemical solution in the bath, and this chemical solution have a high it means high temperature. Okay, so whenever you dip assembly this assembly whenever you dip this assembly into this bath, then what will happen, here flux already we have applied flux here, so these flux will get melt, and this assembly will these two parts will get assembled joined together. Okay, and after assembling we have to remove it from this uh, chemical bath. Okay, so advantage of brazing. So any metals can be joined, including these similar materials. Means if these two materials are different types of materials. So these two materials, so material one and material two, these two parts when different material can also be joined by this brazing process. Certain brazing method can be performed quickly, so this is a very quick method. Brazing can be applied to join thin wall parts that can be welded, means that cannot be welded. Means suppose very thin sheet, means suppose 1 millimeter or less than 1 millimeter thin sheet. So this thin sheet to weld this thin sheet, brazing operation or even soldering operation, both these two persons get for welding very thin sheet metal. Okay. In general, less heat and power are required than in the fusion welding. It's like a soldering process in brazing person also less power is required to weld the weld the parts. Joint strength is generally less than that of the welded joint, and the welding strength will this welding strength obviously will get less strength compared to the other welding processes. Okay, although strength of the good brazed joint is greater than that of the filler metal, it is likely to be less than that of the base metal. Means the strength miligi at the welding zone, this strength to be less compared to the strength of the base metal. Okay, high service temperature may taken at the base joint. Means, at a high temperature, this the strength of at the welded zone or a base zone will get weakened because जो joint जो welding joint होगी at that zone, जो joint जो filler material यूज करते हो filler material का melting temperature बहुत ही कम है. So at high temperature this joint gets weakened. Okay. The color of the metal in a braze joint may not match the color of the base metal part. ब्रेजिंग के बाद जो जॉइंट जोन मिलेगी उसका जो कलर होगी, तो दिस कलर मे नॉट मैच विद द बेस मेटल. Okay. So application brazing like fuel injection rails. So suppose this is a fuel injection rail. So there are different connector are there. So to weld at that connector, this operation is perfect. Means this brazing operation. High pressure fuel injection rails. Just gas recirculating pipes. So like weld at the zone. This oiling process is suitable. Water tubes like that, fuel cylinders, aluminum pipe intake manifolds, oil cooler tubes, compact radiator for motorcycle. So these are the application, but these are not actually means another applications also uh, another applications of browsing process are also there. But these are the main applications. Okay. So now, what is the difference between this soldering and brazing? So in case of soldering, filler material has the melting point temperature below this is 400, means around 400 degrees centigrade, below 400. And in case of brazing, the filler material melt at a temperature above 400 degrees centigrade. Okay. So in case of soldering, the filler material melt at below 400 degrees centigrade. So in this case, actually, so filler material is this melting point of the filler material should be less than 400 degrees centigrade. Okay. Less stable joint can be made, means as the melting point of the filler material is very less, and also the strength of the filler material is very less. So in this case, less strength, less welding strength will get. Okay. But in case of brazing operation, more stable joint can be made compared to the soldering process. Joints are affected by high temperature and pressure. So during soldering process, the soldering process is affected by applying temperature and the pressure also, applying pressure also. And so filler material to be placed to get the more stable joint. Okay. But in case of brazing, high temperature and the pressure does not affect the joint. Okay. Soldering equipment in this case, in the case of soldering process, equipment cost is very low. But in case of brazing, equipment cost is more compared to the soldering process. Okay. So now, welding defects, means, the different defects are found during welding, such as arc welding, gas welding, or resistance welding, or friction welding. So during welding process, different welding defects are formed. Okay, a good oiled or oiled bit should have a uniformly repelled oiled surface with the even counter and even with the bait, means mm, so these oiling defects are of means two type. One is external oil defect and internal oil defect. So external oil defect means just outer surface of the oiling zone, means or oiling surface. And inner oil defect means these defects are formed inside this oiling zone. Okay. So external oiling defects like incorrect profile, means the V grooving and T joint or left joint. So different type of joint मैंने बताया था. So at that different type of joint जो profile बनेगी, means welding profile, means the V groove or whatever, or U groove or whatever. So जो grooving होगी, अगर incorrect grooving होगी, then this welding defects may form, and this type of welding defects are known as incorrect profile welding defects. Some cracks may form at the surface of the welding zone. Crater defects may form, and sputter defects may form. Another external welding defect like a edge of plate melted of surface porosity, sometimes lines in the welding surface. Some welding surface methods so defects हो सकते हैं defects are surface porosity. In complete field groove means जो grooving करूँगा if these groove are not completely filled then incomplete okay नेटवर्क ये हो गया तो डिस्कनेक्ट okay Samit the next part we'll discuss in the next class तो welding defect में बता रहा था okay
Okay, sir.
so, to go to this part. Okay thank you